Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
Physical activity and sports specialist, and we hope you're keeping active and healthy at home or at school. This is our 4th tennis lesson aimed at children in reception classes, so early years foundation stage. So well done if you're watching this video. Hopefully it means you've already taken part in our first 3 tennis lessons and are now ready to move on to our 4th tennis lesson. This lesson is going to be involving the children having a go at pushing a ball with their racket and some floor tennis. So for this particular lesson, you will need lots of rolled up socks, so lots of pairs of socks rolled up into a ball like we've used before, and 2 different pieces of equipment that you can use as rackets. So it might be sort of some plastic playground type tennis rackets if you have those at home. If you haven't got those, maybe you could use a frying pan or a racket that you can cut out of cardboard. Ideally, you also need a ball, like a small tennis ball. So if you want to pause the video there and get the equipment you need for our tennis lesson. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to be working on pushing and floor tennis in our tennis lesson today, and this is going to help the children gain greater control over large and small equipment and being able to manipulate equipment with their hands. So in the middle of the space we're working inside today, we've got lots of piles of rolled up socks and some small balls, and at either side of the area we're going to have 2 players, both with whatever they're going to use as a racket. So I'm going to start one side with my racket, and my daughter Xanthi is going to start the opposite side of the room with her racket. So like I said, if you haven't got rackets, use something instead, like a frying pan or a cardboard cutout racket. Okay, and for our warm-up, when I say go, we're going to run out, pick up one of the balls or socks with our racket and push it back to our side of the room before repeating and going back and forth as many times as we can until there are no more rolled up socks and balls in the middle. And we play this at school called dinosaur eggs. So the children run out and try and steal a dinosaur egg from the nest in the middle and take it back to their team nest. So you can pretend that the rolled up socks are whatever you like if it makes it a little bit more fun. So when I say go, Xanthi, we're going to get those eggs from our dinosaur's nest and take them back to our side. Go. So you can use one hand or 2 to move your racket and move the ball. Some will be easier than others. Don't seem like you're moving very far with yours, Xanthi. Hey, okay. Now we're going to count up how many balls and socks we've got on our side to see who's got the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 altogether. How many have you got, Xanthi? 12. So this time it's the person with the most amount of balls that wins. So Xanthi wins this round with having 12. Now, if you are playing an adult against a child, I'd have the adult starting further away to give the children a bit more an advantage. Or if you've got 2 siblings of different ages, obviously have the younger sibling starting a little bit closer. So if you want to pause the video and have another go, you can play that game as many times as you like, because it's lots of fun and it gets your body nice and warm, ready for our tennis lesson. Okay, welcome back. We're now moving on to our first activity of pushing. So again, you'll need your racket or whatever you're using as your tennis racket, and ideally you'll need a small ball like a tennis ball. Okay, do you want to have a go at the rolling or the pushing, Xanthi? Pushing. Okay, so Xanthi will need the racket and I will need the ball as I'm doing the rolling. Okay, now in lots of our tennis and striking and fielding lessons, we've talked about our ready position. So I wonder if you can stand up and get ready for pushing in your ready position. I wonder if Xanthi remembers. Okay, what does that look like? So stand facing me to start with so everyone can see, Xanthi. Face this way so everyone can see to start with. Face this way. That's it. So she's got her feet apart, just about shoulder width, so in line with shoulders, knees bent, ready to move off in different directions. She's going to hold her racket out in front with 2 hands, and she's going to keep her eyes forward, looking at her ball, and her bottom sticking out as if she's sitting on a chair. So hopefully you remember that ready position for when we've done tennis or when we've done catching before. Now you're going to turn your ready position. So now you're going to be sideways on. Again, so the person that's rolling, you need to be sideways onto them. So your toes need to face that wall, Xanthi. And because Xanthi's right-handed, her left shoulder is closest to me. Okay, now I'm going to roll the ball gently towards Xanthi, and the side her racket is to make it easy for her. She's going to squash the ball into the floor like squashing a tomato, and then she's going to attempt to push the ball gently back to me so we can get a rally going, go back and forth. Are you ready, Xanthi? Watching the ball. So squashing and pushing. Great stuff. Squashing, pushing. Keep your eyes on the ball. Squash first, then push. Good stuff. And obviously, if you're working outside, you might be able to go a little bit further away when you're rolling and when you're pushing. So keep your eyes on the ball. Good stuff. Always sideways on, always in your ready position. So rolling, squashing, pushing. Okay, if you want to pause the video there and have a go at rolling, squashing and pushing. Okay, welcome back to our next pushing activity. For this one, you'll still need your small ball, so your tennis ball, and this time we need 2 people, so 2 rackets. And if you haven't got racket, maybe you can use an alternative like a frying pan or a cardboard cutout racket. Okay, so this time, rather than one person rolling and one person squishing and pushing, we're both going to have a go at the squishing and the pushing to see if we can get a tennis rally going, so continuously pushing the ball back and forth gently in the space. So Xanthi, let's both get into our ready positions, and remember we need to be sideways onto each other for this task. Okay, and to help your child, make sure you push it on the side that their racket is, so they're playing 4 hands, so it's a bit easier. Okay, so to start with the ball on the floor, gently push, partner squishes and pushes. Squish, push, squish and push. And if the ball moves, you might have to move your feet to make sure you always get to the sides of the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball all the time so it doesn't go away from you. Squashing, ooh, gently pushing, squashing, pushing. Keep sideways on, Xanthi. Squash and push. And you can see how many squashes and pushes you can do in a row without making a mistake. So how many do you think we could do, Xanthi, without the ball going past us? Have a guess. How many push? 10. Right, let's see if we can do 10 in a row without making a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, because we worked together as a team and cooperated, we managed to get 10 in a row. If you're trying to push it too hard or too far away from your partner and not work together, you probably won't be able to meet your target. Now, because we got 10 in a row, our challenge next time will be to try and beat our personal best, so try and get more than 10. So it might be to try and get 11 or 12 or maybe even 15 without stopping. Our final activities, you can have a little go at playing against somebody. So you can actually have a go of floor tennis. So we're going to play against each other now, Xanthi. Remember, we're working in a small space, so we're still only pushing the ball gently. And if you want to have a go without squishing it and just pushing it, you can always try that too. So this is now going to be a game of floor tennis. Are you ready? Okay. So try not to let the ball go past you. Move back a little bit, Xanthi, to challenge ourselves. Push. Good. Oh, that's a bit difficult. Not too far away, Xanthi. Good. Remember to move your feet. Good. Squashing first, then pushing. Oh, close. Oh, awesome. Now we played so well together there. If you're working outside, you might be able to make a bigger space and maybe put some obstacle rounds to mark out your court, okay? So hopefully you've enjoyed today and really worked on your pushing in tennis. And next week we're going to be working on some other activities like hand tennis as well. So I hope you've enjoyed today, and remember, stay safe, stay active, stay healthy.